The work we have on view currently from Alex is a selection of landscape paintings from the early 2000s to the present year of 2022. Within the 15 paintings, we are able to see the evolution of Alex's imagery and his take on what landscape painting can be. And imagery aside, the showcase is also a presentation of the dedication to his own craft. Alex Cameron is an artist who has had a fruitful career with many highlights along the way, such as having over 40 solo exhibitions across Canada and within the United States, and being included in notable group exhibitions, starting in 1976 with the show For Toronto Painters. Curated by Roald Nasgard for the Art Gallery of Ontario, the well-known art curator and writer gave a new name for Alex Cameron and helped put his name in the mouths of art lovers. His next big break came in 1977 at the Hirshhorn Museum in Washington, D.C., with a show titled 14 Canadians, A Critic's Choice, curated by Andrew Hudson. The show featured many of the first generations of the color field painters, and Alex Cameron was delighted to have his work exhibited along some of the big names that were busting through the art scene at this time. Another big show came less than 10 years later at the Robert McLaughlin Gallery in a show titled The Heritage of Jack Bush, curated by Ken Carpenter, in where the works of Jack Bush were exhibited along other artists to create a conversation around Bush's influence on the art world and how he was also moved by other artists. Cameron was one of the selected artists to be put into conversation with his own work, helping secure his value as an artist. Notably as well, Alex has had a touring exhibition of his own work in 1985, where his own work was shown across many big-name galleries across Canada, such as the McLaughlin in Oshawa, the Beaverbrook Art Gallery in Fredericton, and the Nickel Art Museum in Calgary. His work has also been extensively collected within many different collections, such as the Queen's Silver Jubilee Art Collection and the Office of the Canadian Prime Minister. These shows and collections help bring Alex's name across major cities in Canada as well as the United States, further pushing the admiration and appreciation of his works. The work that Alex has produced for us here today comes together to create an entire world which we can walk around in. These oil paintings are born from his own imagination, and it is wholly and recognizably Alex Cameron. He's very used to traveling to the locations of which he paints, Alberta, Ontario, and Quebec. It's common for him to work en plein air at these locations, but then what's interesting is when Alex starts to then take these paintings and use his own intuition and sensorial response to the locations in the land, and he creates paintings in an authentic way, squeezing whole tubes of paint onto his canvases in order to replicate the feeling of something like air or the thickness of a forest. Alex has been quoted of saying that, "The essence of a painting is the same to me as the essence of a poem. The light from the canvas pours into our eyes." And a painting that I think most represents this quote is the painting Sundogs, where the center seems to almost illuminate from the entire canvas and push towards our space, giving a further sense of depth and triggering a sensorial response from the viewer. All his paintings are so tactile that even just with sight alone, we're able to still feel and understand what is being depicted, even if it takes a little bit of time and analyzing from the viewer to do so. Something that I find to be interesting as well is the evolution of his vision throughout his career, and specifically within landscape painting. Take for example the painting Cathedral from 2003. It is a bit more representational and features more natural colors, yet still has the features that Cameron loves, such as the thick and dense paint. In comparison to newer works like Skier's Dream, for example, there's almost a complete flip of what he was thinking. The image at the bottom of the canvas has paint built up so thickly that we are not able to easily pick out each individual tree anymore. In addition to this, the color choices as well have become a lot more free, and Alex takes the liberty and uses the colors which he finds personally pleasing and not worrying about the representational value of the image. Come down to see the exhibition from October 25th to November 30th. Or alternatively, you can visit our website and view all the exhibition photos online.